Welcome back to Believe in Baylor. I am your host, Alvin Cowan, actor, writer, podcaster, and washed-up quarterback, here to cover all things for your soon-to-be maybe Big 12 champions, the little old Baylor Bears from Waco, Texas. Let's freaking go. Sick 'em Bears, huh? Baylor beats K-State 35-34, blocks a walk-off field goal attempt to win the football game. What a game it was. We knew K-State was going to give us some fight. They were finally getting healthy after a few weeks of not playing their best football in a Big 12, exciting Big 12 matchup, and the Bears come away, keep their Big 12 championship hopes alive, especially with an Iowa State loss. Things are getting interesting, folks. They are getting interesting. Cincy all of a sudden becomes a contender, 4-1, 2-0 in the Big 12. Arizona State, TCU. And then the favorite's got to be Texas Tech, playing right now against Houston in a matchup that will clearly crown them the Big 12 leaders if they take it home. So some thoughts from this week's game. Really thought the defense overall played pretty well, made them drive the football. I know that's going to sound crazy, but we really made them execute by putting 11, 12, 13 play drives to score points. First possession of the game being an example of that. Multiple third down conversions, which was a weakness in my opinion. We did not get off the field in third down, but really made them drive the ball and execute. Credit to them for doing so. Only one explosive play on that first drive, which was the 31-yard TD run by Johnson. It was 11th play of the drive. Another early indicator for me was that first 3rd and 4 on offense. We were in the red zone. We ran our usual A-run play, tight end plug and power. And good scouting by them cost us 4 points. We had to adjust our A-run play. We should have known that very, very early on in the game. Put ourselves in a bit of a hole. Some of those turnovers, we knew that the key from earlier this week, the key to the game for K-State was to get turnovers, and they have been successful in doing so. And yeah, they turned us over early and often. Got a fumble, got an INT on Sawyer, although that safety was in trail. I think Sawyer puts that ball in the back of the end zone, and that's a touchdown instead of an interception. He saw the safety hesitate, and he was in a trail technique on a wheel route, and he ended up beating the wide receiver to the spot. But also, again, that was how they could win the game. Turnovers. Another real big takeaway for me is that Trigg is a dude. My boy Trigg. He's a dude, man. We got to find a way to get that guy the football more often, put him in unfavorable matchups for the defense. That one-handed catch is a thing of beauty. I mean, he has to be the best tight end in the country, right? I mean, have you seen anybody else? I haven't. Yeah, that overturned TD catch. Trigg is a guy. We got to keep putting him in favorable matchups for us. Early results suggest we still can't run the football. We are a bend but don't break defense. We got to learn to get off the field on third down, and we throw the ball highly efficiently because Sawyer is a dude and Trigg is a dude. And Kobe Prentice and JC, my boy JC, can still fill out can help us to put those guys in unfavorable matchups. Little concern with Bryson Washington. Little concern with his injury. Obviously, he came back to finish the game, but something to watch. I thought, Avery Johnson, I said we had to make him beat us from the pocket. At early on in the game, he was proving that he could. I felt like we had to make some adjustment in the back end. He showed up to play. He was putting the ball right where it needed to be and making it really tough on us defensively. But overall, we adjusted and played pretty well on defense. We made them drive the football, put them on a lot of third downs, and created pressure. Really felt like we needed to stop in the 2-minute drill to in the first half. They had all 3 timeouts. Late hit out of bounds was an absolute killer. Kylan Reed puts them at the 10-yard line and just kills us. It's those kinds of mistakes. It's the discipline and fundamental mistakes that are killing this football team. They go in and score and tie it, and it's a 2-minute score nonetheless, when we had a chance to run away with the game. We had just scored to go up 17-10, and they drive the ball down the field, and a stupid penalty by us lets them score and tie the game instead of us getting the football after the half with up 7 points with the chance to score to go up 14 and put the game away. That's the killer instinct. That's what this team has to have in order to frankly compete with the better teams in the Big 12. And I just didn't see it today yet. I think the thing that's most exciting is, conceivably it's there. They show flashes of it, but I have not seen them do it when it matters. My overall feel on this team, we just seem to lack discipline. Too many penalties, although we had cleaned it up. I think we had 3 for 25 at halftime. And turnovers. It just speaks to the practice habits. And I've been on the Aranda bandwagon all season long, from the very beginning, from preseason to now. But frankly, it's also coaching and standards overall. We talked about that in the preseason. Who does this team want to be? What is the standard? And frankly, the standard has gotten lower. It's just not good enough to compete at the upper echelon of the Big 12. And I am slowly taking my Irish exit from the Aranda bandwagon, which I have been on. Hard to say after a hard-fought W. And credit to the team and the staff for the hard-fought W, but it frankly shouldn't have been so dang hard. First possession after halftime was a primary example of that. Holding call that kills a drive. Timely penalties and mistakes. Timely. It's not just the penalties and mistakes. It's when they happen. But man, what a punt. I've been harping on special teams all season long, and we showed it. We won the third phase of the game, undoubtedly. I felt like Kleiman came out with a better plan in the early part. They rolled us in the third quarter. Kleiman had them in the fight. They come out 14 unanswered from the half. They had answers. We didn't. They're in the fight. We are not in the fight. At this point in the game, I wrote down, we had a chance to be relevant in the Big 12, and I don't think so anymore. You can tell where my head was at that point. I was super freaking frustrated talking about the killer instinct. And I wrote down, time for a change of direction, need a new voice. Not quite there anymore. Not quite there. Credit to the team and the staff for coming back. But man, I was pissed. Fourth quarter, we're down by 14. Driving it into the red zone, 3rd and 7. Sawyer doesn't scramble for the first, which is a pattern, although he did run a little bit more today. He had an open first down in that drive. He throws it to Trigg on the box out, incompletion. Down 14 in our answer on 4th and 7. Once again, we go to the slot fade. And I just don't understand the play call. I don't understand how that's our go-to play. That's a hard ball. Yes, Sawyer throws the ball well. Yes, our guys generally can beat a safety or a nickel corner that's playing slot coverage. But man, we sure are making it hard on ourselves. It's been our 4th and 1 calls at times. Now it's 4th and 7. We go to slot fade. It's going to get you fired. And it shouldn't. We've got to have better answers than tight end pull power on short yardage and slot fade when we need a quote play. Sorry. I'm fired up. Got to get that 3 and out. On the other side of the ball, K-State has a chance to put us away. Huge stop on 3rd and 3 by our defense. We are playing some football at this point. Well defended, credit where credit is due, and we come back down and score. Basically, this is the Trigg game. B-Wash in for the TD, and we were showing some fight. Special teams almost causes a fumble. We got all the momentum. We ripped the momentum back from them on the 4th quarter. Usually you think that the the classic saying in coaching circles and in football circles is that he who wins the third quarter always wins the football game. But man, was that flip today. They kicked our butts in the third quarter, and we dominated them in the fourth. 8:06 left to play, 3rd and 6, QB runs for the first down. Same issue on QB run. Consistent issue that has not been fixed defensively since Auburn. That's plagued us. And that just may be who we are. We do not defend QB run very well. And as we go on, if that problem persists, we are letting it persist. We cleaned up on the penalties. We made some decent plays on defense. And I'd say overall, we had improved our run game. Our back end played well. We rarely give up big plays. We force them to drive the ball, which honestly in college football is good defense in a lot of ways. The top end defenses in college football keep teams out of the end zone. We don't necessarily do that, but the Big 12 offenses are explosive. So QB run is our Achilles heel. And I guess I'm just going to have to swallow that because you got to take away something and you give up something else. And for us, that's QB run. 6:42, 3rd and 11, and they convert. It just, again, doesn't seem like we can get off the field in third down. Important third downs. And then, like it came from the angels, pick 6 by Redding, and we are winning 32-31. I mean, you can't script it any better than that. A former walk-on gets the pick 6. Like, I'm in Hollywood, and I wouldn't even write that into the script because I tell you it's a little too hokey. But by God, it happened. Thank God it happened. Maybe it's all those praying us Baptists do, huh? 4:23 left. We're down by 1. They go down the field immediately, and they're in the red area. And honestly, K-State had their worst play calls of the game, and we stop them. I mean, call a spade a spade. They had outcoached us in the first quarter, arguably in the second and in the third, and we had done our job in the fourth. And then they boofed it. They kick a field goal. They're up 34-32 with 1:48 left. And I was thinking at that moment in the game, I was thinking, honestly, this is where I would rather be, down with the football with 1:43 left. I mean, we have some time. Got to manage the clock, of course, because you don't want to give them the football back. But I just have so much confidence in Sawyer and our offensive firepower to go down and score. Less confidence in our ability to hold somebody from scoring. 1:18 left, and we're in field goal range. I'm sitting there thinking, do we even want to give them the ball back? That's how much confidence I have in our defense. And then we get the hold, opportune penalties, and it's 1st and 20. The hold killed us, forces us to kick a field goal, 53-yard field goal, and he nails it. Just straight nails it. 31 seconds left out of that. And as I mentioned, I'd rather see us run with the ball. I'd rather see us with the ball. But we had all the momentum in the fourth quarter, and we were double spying Johnson on the QB run. So I like our defense. So 14 seconds left. The ball's on the 39, and they basically got to get at least 12 yards to have a shot. And they get 10. So 39 yards, 6 seconds left, 55.5-yard field goal, and we block it, and we win. Let's go! We've won 8 out of our last 9 conference games. Did you hear that? I'm going to repeat it. We've won 8 out of our last 9 conference games. Shocking stat to me. Shocking stat. So, big win for the Bears. Honestly, a rubber game for us. Where do we go from here? I have no idea what to expect next week. No idea. A lot of fight from the guys and a lot of things to feel good about this week. But we got some big football games ahead of us. We got some really tough teams that we're going to be playing. And I don't know that this game did anything to make me think that we're not just 1B in the Big 12 race. I would like to believe that we're up there with the big boys. I really want to do it, but I just don't have it yet. We keep winning, I'll get there. But, man, what an up-and-down roller coaster. Hell of a college football game and hell of a win by the Baylor Bears. Let's go. I'll be back later this week with a preview episode. We appreciate the follow. Appreciate we're on YouTube, dropping all these episodes on YouTube and all the platforms. Make sure to follow us at the Alvin Cowan on all the socials. And as always, sick 'em Bears. Let's go.